Hey friends, good morning and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I am Jennifer, a full-time reseller, and I use this channel to show you all things reselling of what sold, what I pick up, and how I run a successful eBay reselling business. Today's video is a what sold. It is now Monday morning, so these are our weekend sales, and I have a total of 9 items going out. Definitely different from last week. I think I had like almost 20 items last week, but I know there's ups and downs in reselling. There's weeks that are crazy and weeks that are slow. So 9 sales, I'll take it. We've got a gross profit on eBay of $650, and I've got one Mercari sale that sold for $60. So over $700 for a weekend. No, it's not like the best weekend ever, but I'm still very happy with that. $700 in a weekend when most people were just hanging out and partying it up, I was still making money. So I'll take it. Let's go ahead and dig right in. I'll start with that Mercari sale just to get it out of the way. And it was a T-Mobile internet router gateway thing. I picked this up at a yard sale for 10 bucks. He had a couple of them, but this is the only one that was complete with the power and all the stuff inside. So you want a 10 for both? No, thank you. I'll take the 10 for the one that actually is complete. And this guy sold for 60 bucks on Mercari. So happy to get that out. And then we've got a couple items that I just listed this week. I just picked this guy up on Thursday, listed it. It sold this weekend. Same with this other item here. So 2 items that sold within the weekend of picking it up. That's how you know you bought it right. This was actually from my Goodwill bins. I've started to discover my new love for the Goodwill bins. I think I need to remind myself of my quality standard of the things that I want to pick. It's very easy when I'm in the bins to just grab so many things because of the frenzy of everybody, but I need to tone it down to remember my quality. Don't just buy it because it's so super cheap. I still need to do my research, make sure the sell-through rate is there, make sure that it has its power if it needs its power, that I'm not just buying junk to buy junk. So this guy is a Remington Razor. He had his charger. It was dead in the store. I brought it home, charged it. It's still dead. So the battery is bad on it, but it's such a sought-after razor that it still sold 4 parts within 20 minutes of listing it for 50 bucks. So I might have listed it too cheap. I don't know. I don't know enough about these. So speaking of razors, I have a return coming back on a razor. It's annoying because I tested them. I always test them. I test all of my items. If it doesn't work, I put it as parts or throw it away or do something, because I'm not going to sell something that doesn't work. Why would I have that as part of my business model? So a guy that buys razors, fancy, what was it? I don't remember which one it was, but it was a fancy razor, and he sells them on his store for $150 to $200. He bought mine for 60 bucks. And because mine was used, he's going to clean them, refurbish them, do what he does to them, and that's fine. But he comes back to me and says that it doesn't work. So rule number 1 with eBay, if someone is a hassle from the start, chances are they're going to be a hassle for the transaction. Guaranteed. 95% of anybody that asks questions and nitpicks on things, they're going to be a hassle. So this guy buys a razor last Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, messages me and asks me to ship it the same day. If I were home doing nothing, sure, I'll throw it in an envelope and stick it in my mailbox. I wasn't. Saturdays are the days that I'm out with my kids. We're out at the pool. We're out doing stuff. I'm not home shipping orders. So I wrote back to him and I told him, hey, sorry, Saturdays are spent with my family. I'll have it out first thing Monday. Of course, he messages me saying, oh, did you even test it? It doesn't work, yada, yada. So I'm like, I knew you were going to be a pain. If you were already a pain the minute you bought it, chances are you were going to be a pain for the whole thing. So, to try and salvage the transaction, I messaged him because he does work on these and flips them for very high dollar. Asked if he knows how to change the battery, and I'll offer a partial refund. I don't want it back. I don't know what he's going to send me back, really, is what it comes back to. So if he ends up sending me a complete swap, because those don't have model numbers. When it's big electronics, there's a serial number. So if there's no serial number, I can't say that that's not the same one that I sent him. So I don't want it back. I only paid $0.25 for it, $5 or whatever change to ship it out to him. I'd rather count my losses at $5, but out of principle, I don't want him to keep this for free and flip it for $200. So, we'll see what he says back to that, but that bugged me yesterday. So, anyways, we got that razor. Sorry for the sidetrack. The other super fast flip was this CapTel telephone. It is a telephone that reads the conversation to people that are hard of hearing, or just deaf like me, who always asks, what? So, it reads the transaction to you. It reads the conversation. It also is Bluetooth. So, what that means is you can be on your cell phone, and it'll transcribe the cell phone conversation. Wow, what an amazing technology. So I picked this up for $10 at an estate sale. This estate company normally is overpriced, so they're the last stop of the day, but there was only 2 sales this day on Thursday. So I went ahead and went over there second, yes, and that was the best sale of the day. I mean, I didn't have much competition, but it turned out to be the best sale. $10 for that CapTel telephone, sold within 24 hours for $50. Super fast flip. Happy with that one. Alright, we've got a little bread and butter head cover. I picked these up for $0.25, and this guy sold for $12. We've got saran wrap. Okay, so always keep an eye out for new, sealed, old stock items. These are things that are no longer made in the store, and people pay big dollar for it because they like them. So, these disposable saran cutting sheets. Great concept. I mean, if you're doing chicken and you don't want to put that on your regular cutting board, you can just cut your chicken up on here, throw it away. Kind of wasteful, but either way, people like them. Saran wrap makes it. I paid 50 cents for this, and these guys sold $22. It's going in a poly mailer. This can't be the easiest thing to ship ever. So, thrilled with that. And the pictures, front, back, throw it in a box. For $20, I'll easily flip that. Alright, then we're getting to some bigger ticket items. We've got this Polk Audio speaker. This was a single speaker. I paid, I want to say it was around $5. I didn't put it in my spreadsheet, but it is only one speaker. So, someone who has the other one, or theirs broke, or whatever the reason, they need just one speaker. Polk is an amazing audio brand. So when you find Polk Audio, always look it up. So this one single speaker, there's a couple little snuffs on the speaker cover, but he still sold for $50 for one speaker. So amazing condition. Yes, you want to test it. This is a Bluetooth speaker, so you just connect with, I don't think it's actually Bluetooth. So I didn't test this one. I'm taking a risk. Normally you do want to test them, and my husband loves his audio gear, so he tests all my speakers for me. This particular one, no, I did not test it. Shame on me. I am going to take a risk. If it doesn't work, which again, Polk Audio makes really good stuff, so good chance it's fine. But if for some reason it doesn't work, I'll just refund him, tell him to keep the speaker. And I spent $10 to ship it to him. But that one I will take a risk on. We've got an HP calculator. This guy has its manual. I gotta take it out of this bag anyway. It says I paid $1 for it. Old calculators. This was like a scientific calculator. I think it's called scientific. Problem solving guide. HP. Like, crazy how in-depth this calculator is. Paid $1, sold it for $35. So that was a good one. Alright, the two last items. One is insane. I will save that for last. This Bose sound bar. It goes under your TV or under your computer. I didn't put in my spreadsheet what I paid for it. I am slacking on that. I want to say it was about $15 or $20. It has its power, it has its remote, and it sold for best offer of $75. I've had it for a little while. It's big. I want to get it out. So $75 for that. Happy with it? Okay. I don't think I've ever said I'm not happy with it. I don't know. I end each item with, I'm happy with that. Well, duh, Jennifer, you made money. Okay, this guy. No idea what it is. Still have no idea what it is. Like, Xantrex. Okay, so I'm at my local thrift. I see this sitting on the shelf. It looks kind of weird, right? So I put that in. I put this ProScene inverter charger. What else? ACS. I just start typing in some stuff into Amazon that's on this little machine. And the last one sold for over 200 bucks. This was $10. So I've had it for probably, I want to say 2 weeks. It hasn't been very long. Maybe 2 weeks. This guy, this may be one that's going to be difficult. He asked a lot of questions about it. And I flat out told him I got this as secondhand. And last time it worked, but I can't test it right now. I don't have the stuff. And he's like, oh, is it compatible with this model? Does it work with this thing? Like, I don't know. You're going to have to Google it. Like, I don't know this. I don't. And as a reseller, as anyone who sells on eBay, it's not our job to describe everything about this item. Do your research. Like, in today's world where YouTube and Google are like absolute king, do your research before you buy, because even someone could just say whatever they want on their website, especially with it being secondhand. You don't know if they're just blowing smoke. Like, they don't know the item either. Or if you don't know if they know the item. So always do your own research if it's going to work with your equipment. So this may end up coming back to me. I don't know. Fingers crossed. But $200, and it should be a pretty simple, quick flipper. All right, guys. So those are the 8 items that sold on eBay. Hopefully you learned something to watch for at your local thrift stores or estate sales when you're outsourcing. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.